Let's see the general settings of sip.conf. Here you can see general section. This general section is for all the SIP clients and users who can communicate with Asterisk and will be able to receive and forward calls through this general settings if they are not defined separately. In this general setting, you can also define the general context that is applicable to all the SIP clients entering your box or making calls through your Asterisk box. Also, you can set port on which Asterisk will be communicating. Like here it is 5060, the general SIP port, the default SIP port. You can set any other of your own choice. After that, you can see that there is bind address. Bind address is the IP of your Asterisk box on which you have configured Asterisk. Same as here, there are other parameters like type of service and maximum expiry and many others. Also, you can set which codecs you want to allow. If you want to allow all codecs on your general setting, you can allow is equal to all, and or if you want to allow only some of codecs or one or two of codecs, you can first you have to disallow all, and then you need to allow G729 or ALAW or ULAW, whatever you want. This parameter is to set the default expiry for all SIP clients who are registering to our Asterisk box, and if you want to register any host or any peer, we can type register is equal to yes for that particular host. These are the types of SIP clients. SIP clients are of three types: peer, a device which receives calls from an Asterisk server; user, a device that makes call through an Asterisk server; a friend that can make and receive calls through an Asterisk server. Then there is term secret, which is used for password, and then host. Host is equal to, we can set any IP address or we can set it to dynamic. Default IP. Asterisk will send a call on this IP if a host is set to dynamic and the SIP client is not registered yet. For example, if my client is not registered and its IP is not available, so Asterisk will send the call to the default IP for that particular host. Username, we can set username here, then context for that particular user upon which we will do the routing of the calls. Can reinvite connects endpoint directly. We can set can reinvite yes or no. NAT can be set to yes, no or never. If set to yes, Asterisk ignores the IP address in the SIP and SDP headers and responds to the address and port in the IP header. The never option is for devices. The never option is for devices that cannot handle our port in the SIP header, such as the Uniden UIP 208. NAT is used when the call is coming from another IP. Actually, the voice is coming from another IP than the IP which is sending us the SIP signaling. So we can set NAT is equal to yes in that case. Qualify sets qualify to yes, no or time in milliseconds. If you set yes, notify messages will be sent periodically to the remote peers to determine whether they are available and what the latency between reply is. A peer is determined unreachable if no reply is received within 2000 milliseconds. This is of course the main example. To change this default, set qualify to the number of milliseconds to wait for the reply. Use this option in conjunction with NAT is equal to yes to keep the pass through the NAT device alive. So this qualify parameter is used in conjunction with NAT.